The Office Spy. Every morning at 8:45, Sarah walked into the bright office building feeling happy about her job. She worked as a marketing assistant at Swift Solutions, a company that created phone apps. Her desk sat near the large window overlooking the city park, and she enjoyed watching people walk their dogs during her coffee breaks. But recently, something strange had been happening. For 3 weeks, someone had been stealing ideas. Not just any ideas, the best ones. First, it was David's project proposal for a fitness app. He'd left the printed document on his desk overnight, and the next morning, their competitor company launched almost the same app. Then it was Maria's marketing plan for their new game app. She'd emailed it to herself for weekend work, and on Monday, another company announced a similar campaign. Now, it was Sarah's turn to worry. She had been developing a special feature for their main product, a calendar app that could understand voice commands. She'd worked on it for months, staying late at the office, testing different versions. Yesterday, she had finally perfected it. She saved the final version on her computer and went home feeling proud. This morning, her manager Mr. Johnson called her into his office. His face looked serious. "Sarah," he said, "I just received an email from Tech Innovate. They're launching a calendar app with voice command next week. The description sounds exactly like your project." Sarah felt her stomach drop. "But, how? I only finished it yesterday. I haven't shown anyone except you." "That's what worries me," Mr. Johnson said. "This is the third time this has happened. There might be someone in our office sharing our secrets." Sarah returned to her desk, her mind racing. Who could it be? She looked around the open office space. There was David, always friendly, always offering to help others. Maria, quiet but extremely smart, who knew everything about their projects. Ben, the IT guy who fixed everyone's computer problems. And Mr. Johnson himself, who had access to all their work. For the next few days, Sarah watched everyone carefully. She noticed small things. David often stayed late, saying he worked better at night. Maria sometimes took long lunches and returned with shopping bags. Ben visited everyone's desks frequently to check their computers. Mr. Johnson often had closed-door meetings with people from other companies. Sarah decided to set a trap. She created a fake project, plans for a smart refrigerator app that could order groceries automatically when food ran low. She made fake documents, fake designs, even a fake presentation. She called the project Kitchen Helper and made it look very important. On Monday, she accidentally left the Kitchen Helper folder on her desk when she went for lunch. She even printed the documents and left them near the office printer. Then she waited. 2 days passed without anything happening. Sarah started to think her plan had failed. But on Wednesday morning, she arrived early and saw Mr. Johnson standing near her desk. He wasn't doing anything suspicious, just looking at the plants near her workspace, but something felt wrong. That afternoon, Sarah decided to check the office security cameras. As the marketing team sometimes worked with advertising footage, she had permission to view them. She spent hours looking through the recordings from the night before. At first, she saw nothing unusual. The cleaning crew came at 7 p.m., then left at 9 p.m. The office remained empty until at 11:23 p.m., someone entered the office. The person moved quickly, keeping their face away from the cameras. They went straight to Sarah's desk, opened her drawer, took photos of the Kitchen Helper documents with their phone, then left within 3 minutes. Sarah couldn't see their face, but she noticed something. The person wore bright red shoes with white stripes. Her heart beat fast. Now she knew 2 things. There really was a spy, and they would return for more information. The next day, Sarah watched everyone's shoes. David wore black leather shoes, as always. Maria had blue flats. Ben wore running shoes, but they were all gray. Mr. Johnson had brown dress shoes. None of them had red shoes with white stripes. Feeling confused, Sarah almost gave up. But then she remembered, sometimes people brought different shoes to change into after work. She decided to check the office again that night, pretending she had forgotten something. At 8 p.m., after everyone had left, Sarah hid in the supply closet near her desk. It was uncomfortable and dark, but she had a small view of her workspace through the closet door crack. Hours passed. The office became completely silent. Sarah almost fell asleep when she heard the main door open quietly. Footsteps approached her desk. Through the crack, she saw a person wearing those red shoes with white stripes. The person opened her desk drawer and started taking photos of another fake document she had left there. Sarah slowly opened the closet door. "I finally caught you," she said firmly. The person jumped and turned around. Under the office lights, Sarah saw the face clearly. It was Lisa, the new intern. Lisa? Sarah couldn't believe it. But why? Lisa's face turned pale. I need the money. My brother is sick, and the hospital bills. That's no excuse for stealing. Sarah said. You've been hurting everyone in this office. People could lose their jobs because of you. I'm sorry, Lisa whispered, tears in her eyes. Tech Innovate offered me money for information. At first, it was just small things, but then. Just then, the office lights turned on. Mr. Johnson, David, and Maria stood near the entrance. We heard everything, Mr. Johnson said. Sarah told us about her plan this afternoon. We wanted to catch the spy together. David looked disappointed. Lisa, we trusted you. We were teaching you everything about marketing. Maria nodded. I even helped you with your presentation last week. Lisa cried openly now. I'm so sorry. I'll tell you everything, who I contacted at Tech Innovate, what information I shared. Please don't call the police. Mr. Johnson thought for a moment. We won't call the police if you help us. Tech Innovate has been using our ideas for months. Now we can use what you know about them to our advantage. Over the next week, Lisa shared all the information she had. She showed them the emails, the payment records, everything. With this information, Swift Solutions could protect their future projects and even use some of Tech Innovate's own strategies against them. Lisa lost her internship, but Mr. Johnson decided not to press charges because of her cooperation and difficult family situation. The office atmosphere improved immediately. The team started working together more closely, sharing ideas openly but also being more careful with security. Sarah became more confident after solving the mystery. Mr. Johnson promoted her to project manager for the voice command calendar app, which became their most successful product that year. Sometimes at team lunches, they would joke about the time we had a spy in the office. But they all learned important lessons about trust, security, and second chances. And Sarah learned that sometimes, the person you least suspect could be the one watching you most closely.